Greetings, this is Skylar Saunders Singh. What's current? Well, Keefe D, he allegedly was working with the PD, LAPD to be exact. And it's come out in a the after the one part of the trial that he was suspected of being a informant or going undercover. I should say that's more specific, to be going undercover with the Los Angeles Police Department to try to see if Diddy, aka Sean P Diddy, Puffy, Puff Daddy, P Papa Diddy Pop, um, Pause, Combs was the exact person that initiated the $1 million to have 2Pac Shakur killed. Now, this is messy, child. Um, it's a mess. I've been watching the proceedings. The honor, the judge. She seems to be pretty clear headed. She doesn't seem like to be a hothead like what's his name, Ural Glanville with the with the other case in Georgia, Atlanta, with Young Thug. She seems to be very level-headed. She seems to be that way. She could have been messed up a few times, but I didn't really catch it. But the defense seems to be pretty strong against him. He said, Keefe D's coming out with everything he's got. He's saying, the defense is not only ugly on the outside, they're ugly on the inside. He's and he could go to jail. He could spend some time in jail. It would probably do him good. He'll have a balanced diet. He's coming into the courtroom limping, got a big old gut, his face is all full. I mean, I'm not far off of it, but I'm just saying. I'm not that big. I'm not that, ridiculous looking. But yeah, he could have been wearing a wire. I don't know. They didn't go into that specifics. But they were just saying that he was allegedly undercover with the LAPD, that he was, running scams, running schemes, trying to find out, who the real person was that allegedly gave Combs the go to give him $1 million to take out 2Pac. So it was not alleged. This is all facts that he was a kingpin in Compton, that he was one of the worst, drug dealers on the streets, that he was one of the worst, figures, and just a deplorable human being, just an ugly person himself. To call him the defense ugly, calling their souls ugly. I mean, it's like the pot calling the kettle white, or gray, or red, or yellow, whatever the case may be. I know what the history it is, because it's the pot is the bottom burn and it turns black. I know. I'm just saying, because people like to construe it as black is a bad thing and white is a good thing. I'm just giving you that kind of connotation. Because white is bad and black is bad. Like an issue is either black or white, and anything that's gray is in between is evil. So back to Keefe D. Keefe D had it in for himself. He had it, and I'm not saying that in like that's he had it in for tearing down himself. I should say he was tearing down himself. He tore down his whole argument. He tried to explain himself away. Didn't work, didn't happen, didn't help. He still got, shut down for bail and shut down for getting out early or anything like that I can see so far. One of the best sites is on YouTube, or one of the best channels is Sidebar. I think it's Law and Crime. The guy did I can't remember his name, but he did a pretty good breakdown of the case. I'm gonna look for it. Sidebar. I think his name is Jesse Weber. I think it's Jesse Weber. So we have to deal with that. We have to understand that he might have had, you know, a wire on him. He might have, you know, been quiet. Maybe, I don't know. This is all alleged. This is all up in the air. There's nothing definite. There's nothing certain about it. It's just possible, partly true, may not be true. Who knows what's true? We have to figure out what's true. That's the whole point about the judicial system, is to find out what the truth is. You know, you can't have your sight set on either the plaintiff or the defendant, or the defense and the the person being on trial. You have to be you have to have a clear head. You have to be very. That's why they say you have to be sober as a judge. That's why that saying is in the lexicon, because that's the exact mind frame you have to be in. Because there's so many different elements and facts and non-facts and pieces of information that go flying out of the way and flying up in the air and going over here and over there. So we have to be very careful with that. That's one thing that we always have to be careful about. So, Keefe D, I mean, he's a despicable human being. I mean, there's no getting away around it. And it looks like, you know, Diddy, pause Diddy, he's no better, you know, of a human being either, as we've seen with his case with Cassie and other people around him, and his decline, his fall from grace, or whatever the case you want to say. They said this is coming from a Yahoo News, and they must have bought Vibe for a good amount of money, because Vibe is the one that's reporting it, but it's part of Yahoo News. It says that, let me see what it's saying. Duane Keefe D. Davis allegedly cooperated with the LAPD in an undercover operation to implicate Diddy in 2Pac's murder. The Sun reported on Saturday, July 20th, that prosecutors revealed Davis participated in the undercover work back in 2009, and he was caught trafficking a large amount of drugs by the LAPD task force. Keefe D flew to New York City alongside the LA law enforcement with the mission to corroborate the conspiracy, that's all in quotes, that Sean Combs had something to do with the Las Vegas shooting. Harlem gangster Eric Von Zip Martin was also targeted in the LAPD's bicoastal undercover operation, which I think is amazing. I didn't know you could do that. I thought that was a jurisdiction thing. I'm baffled at that. I'm perplexed. I'll get to you that in a later time. I just don't. I'm just baffled that it says in 2009, after he was caught trafficking a large amount of drugs by the LAPD task force, they flew to New York City. Keefe D flew to New York City alongside the LA law enforcement with a mission to corroborate the conspiracy that Sean Combs had something to do with the Las Vegas shooting. I had to say that again, because I just am so flabbergasted that is even possible. I could have sworn there was something called jurisdiction, like LA does with LA and New York does with New York. Unless there's some, I mean, there's. I guess this is why it's all alleged. Corroborate the conspiracy. So I guess this is why it's all alleged, because that doesn't even sound right. That doesn't sound like that's even legal. It doesn't even sound like it's rational. 179-page legal document states Keefe D allegedly met Martin and his nephew while he was in New York, while he attempted to recruit the gangster to traffic narcotics. After returning, Keefe D tried to enlist Mr. Martin in an effort to traffic narcotics. Legal documents state Mr. Martin indicated he was out of the business, but directed him to conduct his drug activities with the nephew. Okay, so we have that. Okay, as for the Bad Boy Records founder, Diddy's name appears 77 times in the legal documents. One particular moment included the transcript of Davis accusing Combs of putting a hit on Suge Knight and Pop. Legal documents showing that the cops asked if Combs played a role in this thing, to which Keefe responded, "Yeah, I think he did." So he's not that bright. Keefe D is not one of the smart ones. He's not all there intellectually, with intelligence. He's not all there. He's not the brightest knife in the shed. Like, not the most colorful crayon in the toolbox. Like, it's all messed up. That's how ridiculous he is. So, so this whole thing played out, in front of cameras. Like, that's what I understand. Also, sometimes, cameras are involved. Other times they have court sketches. They had the cameras involved. They had audio and visuals in the courtroom, playing out the entire scene. One of the newspapers, one of the webzines, said that it was like sparks flew because it was a contentious moment when Keefe D started speaking. Because he said, how, like I said, the ugly souls of the defense. So we have, okay, I'll say this. The Rolling Stones, May 2024 expose about the mogul explored his relationship with Pop. Kirk Burroughs, Bad Boy's co-founding partner and president, revealed to... I never even heard of Kirk Burroughs. He was co-founding partner and president. Wow, okay. I feel real slow right now. But to the magazine that Combs was jealous of Biggie and Pac's friendship. Burroughs explained that Combs wanted to forge a friendship with the late death row artist, but Shakur wasn't interested. Pac didn't have any kind of respect for Puff. 90s photographer Monique Byrne expressed. Bun claimed that Pac felt Diddy was a corny executive and that he was on the sidelines. Jealous. Wow. So see, this is the makings of a truly Shakespearean play. And I have 0 viewers right now. I was up to 3. Now it's at 0. So it's part of the rebroadcast land. When this goes in the rebroadcast, that's when the numbers pick up. All right, so I thought this was an interesting story. So if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But it says that the explosive piece found Burroughs sharing that Diddy encouraged Biggie to write certain songs that felt beefy. Diddy allegedly released Biggie's single Who Shot Ya in 1995 to stir the beef between B.I.G. and Pop. So that was like one thing that we have to remember. This came out in 1995 before either of their deaths. 1995. They died in 96 and 97, early 97. So Pac died in 96, Biggie died in 97. But Biggie denied such allegations. He said 2Pac responded with "Hit 'em up," pushing the narrative even further that there was beef between the East Coast and West Coast rappers. And that, my friends, ladies and gents, ladies and germs, boys and girls, is beef. We have to make that distinction. A lot of times we see in the web scenes say, the Kendrick Lamar and Drake beef. That wasn't beef. That, or whatever they have right now, is still not really beef. It's not like, let's get the gats and go after these niggas. That's beef. That's, put the ice pick through your windpipe slow. Shoot him up, bang bang, nigga die slow, kind of things. That's beef. That's the East Coast, West Coast beef, because of mainly New York City and Los Angeles, California. That was the distinction. That was the beef that was going on, and that was going on in the streets anyway. They had the whole East Coast. Oh, we're better than you. We rock. Timbs and Yankee fitteds and take the train. And what do y'all got? Y'all got your 6'4s bouncing on 3 wheels, and you got your Jerry curls and stuff like that. Like, it was already simmering, and it just exploded over. And that's what Biggie said. Biggie said, we waged a coastal beef. Nobody has ever done that before that I can think of. Nobody had ever thought of, hey, let's have our own record labels go against you, but then elevate it to the entire coast and make it a coastal thing. That's why I found amazing. That's why I found it to be extraordinary. It says here, Clark County District Attorney Steve Wolfson holds up an indictment for Duane Keefe D. Davis, during a news conference at the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department headquarters to brief media members on Davis' arrest and indictment for the 1996 murder of 2Pac Shakur on September 29, 2023 in Las Vegas, Nevada. A Nevada grand jury indicted Davis on one count of murder with a deadly weapon and the fatal drive-by shooting of rapper 2Pac Shakur. He was stupid. I mean, it's almost a good thing that he was stupid. I mean, if it finds out who the actual killers were of Tupac or the people associated with his death, he had a proffer agreement and he broke it. Did I understand? From what I understand, he broke a proffer agreement. The proffer agreement is saying that you sign up and you can't be implicated for any wrongdoing. If you break this agreement, then it's off the hook. That's what I think happened. That's what I understand happened. I could be wrong. Please get into the comment section. Oh, Sky, you don't know what the hell you're talking about. You're talking goofy. You're talking wrong. You're saying some wrong stuff. Do what you got to do. But that's what I think it was, because he did have the proffer agreement. And the proffer agreement, I'm going to read it to you. Agreement is a proffer agreement, also known as a proffer letter or queen for a day letter, is a written contract between a defendant or prospective witness and a federal prosecutor in a U.S. criminal case. The agreement allows the defendant or witness to provide the prosecutor with the information about a crime while limiting the prosecutor's ability to use that information against them. So that's the thing. You won't have anything against you if you sign the proffer agreement. If you provide them with useful information. I did not know. See, I like my show. I get to learn. I didn't know it was called Queen for a Day. Who started that shit? Queen for a Day. That's interesting. Queen for a Day. All right. So I just think it's a cluster F, another cluster F that goes on. You know, Keefe D is looking like he's on his last leg anyway. Looking like he's grayed out. He's got, man titties. His belly's hanging over himself. It's messy, child. It's a mess. But like I said, I'm just, I learned a few things. You can go across state lines. If you're in one part of a law enforcement area and you go to another one, unless they have some kind of understanding with the other side of the country, they have to have some kind of understanding, I guess. I don't know. Wizard, you just getting on? Yeah, I'm just getting on. Yeah, yes, sir. Salute to you. I'm getting on. This could be my new hour. I was testing out the morning one. I think I just got, carried away with the 4th of July. The 4th of July was splendid. I was eating off of that. I got 902 views. I was eating off of that, the 4th of July views. And then some days it'd be like down to 22 views. I'm like, let me try the evening. I'm in here for the evening. So I'm seeing, what I can do for this amount of time that I'm afforded, that I'm given. So I appreciate it. What are you, Wizard? Are you just getting off of work? You're my only viewer right now. Are you just getting off of work? And how much have you heard about the Keefe D case? It's all over the internet. So I'm just looking for I'm just looking for the right way to find this. This is interesting. All right, so that's nothing new. Okay, no, I work for myself. All right, yo, say hey, like me, I work for myself too. I feel like we will never know the truth about Pac or Biggie. I think we can. I think Keefe D is very close to becoming the murderer, allegedly. I'd say allegedly because he's still innocent until proven guilty. I think he may be the alleged murderer of Tupac Shakur, or at least know who's the actual trigger puller. He may have been just an accessory, may have just been involved in the case, but we may never know. As you say, we may never know. But I think it's close for him to be called into it. I think it's very clear. So, here's another thing. Greg Kading had them boxes in houses for 15 years. It's Keefe D. In his attic doing all kinds of TV interviews, the former Compton Crip said. Them boxes should not be allowed. It is tainted evidence. The man broke a proffer agreement. And he broke the law. All kinds of stuff. This man has been going in them boxes for years. A federal judge in LA did a 142-page thing about him. Look it up on the internet. So he's telling them to look it up on the internet. When the judge pushed back, Keefe reported they just used something in them boxes from 1996. He knows what he did. They not only ugly on the outside, but they ugly on the inside. So he's doing little, battles in the courtroom without any musical accompaniment. Do you follow Dr. Umar? The only time I follow Dr. Umar is when Mr. Troy Star Terrain speaks about him. That's the only time I ever, look him up or find him. I don't really, go too far. So no, I don't follow Dr. Umar. No diss against him. I'm not interested. I always confuse him with another guy. I always confuse him with somebody else. But it's either Dr. Umar or somebody else. I can't remember. The new evidence Keefe D is upset about includes audio recordings of him speaking to Kading during a 2009 police interview about his alleged role in 2Pac's murder. It was during this interview that Keefe D claimed that Diddy, had offered him $1 million to kill both Suge Knight and Tupac at the height of the beef between Bad Boy and Death Row Records in the mid-1990s. So I do not, once again, I do not follow Dr. Umar. I have 0 likes. Let's get a like in there. I don't even know really if my likes quantify enough to be counted as anything, but just trying it out. Mr. Saunders, do you have monetary evidence of him paying for a hit? I do not. That's why I said all of this is alleged. I said the A word on every account. T. Davis, I like how you're talking in a professorial tone. I like how you're speaking, you're writing in a way that seems like you're in a courtroom. I like that. It's funny. But it also goes on to say he has also told detectives that the Bad Boy mogul paid half the money to his associate, Harlem gangster Eric Von Zip Martin, after Pac was gunned down in Las Vegas in September 1996. Keefe was repeatedly told that his statements could not be used against him in court, what's known as a proffer agreement. Yeah, exactly. But according to Kading, the agreement only protected Keefe when... I always say Keefe. Is it Keefe or is it Keefe? I always say Keefe. Keefe when that information was kept confidential. The ex-gang member has spoken at length about his involvement in Tupac's murder in various interviews, as well as his 2019 book, Compton Street Legend, admitting to being in the car when the rap legend was killed in a drive-by shooting. The judge presiding over the case said that the courts have not yet decided what evidence, if any, will be excluded from the trial. So that could just mean anything in a way. I'm not sure if that means, whether she will allow whatever recordings or whatever audio that they seem to have materialized. I'm not sure if that will constitute whether it will be something that will make a dent or make a boon for the defense, a boost for them. I'm not sure. I can't tell yet, but I'll definitely be on the lookout for you. The judge, listen to this, has also yet to rule on Keefe's request for bail as authorities continue to get to the bottom of where his $750,000 bond came from. Where did that come from? The 61-year-old, he looks a lot older than 61. He looks like he's in his 80s. Made headlines earlier this week when it was claimed in a new legal filing by prosecutors that he once went undercover in attempts to implicate Diddy and Von Zip and 2Pac's murder. Despite being mentioned, oh, I already said that already. All right. He previously denied any involvement, this is Diddy, telling LA Weekly, pause, in 2011 that Keefe D's bounty claim was pure fiction and completely ridiculous. So we have, a case of, being totally blindsided by, Keefe D's insistence that the defense is, they're not really on their square. He talks about the proffer agreement and stuff like that. Let me see. Pac ego was the reason for his death. Let's not say that, sir. I disagree with that, with Mr. Wizard. His ego was not the reason. His egolessness, his selflessness. He was a selfless human being. He was selfless. He was unselfish. If he was selfish, he would still be here today. If he was rational, he would still be here today. If he was thoughtful, he'll still be here today. He's a brilliant artist, but he was selfless. He would give of himself. He would give of himself, and with nothing in return, no trade. He would give him his life. He literally had his life taken from him, but he agitated that idea. It was not his ego. Let's correct that. Let's keep that on facts. And let me say your statement. You said Pac ego was the reason for his death. No, not at all, sir. No. I do listen to Pac. I'm gonna my next half of the show is gonna be all about his song Changes. I just listened to that song. Sometimes I'm not gonna lie. I lump forms in my throat when I listen to that song because it's so prescient. It's everywhere. It's in everything. It has a knowledge about things before they even take place or while they're taking place. And it continues. Things that either have already taken place, are taking place, or will take place. And it's all encapsulated in that song. So that's the second half of this show. You call that prescience. It was a very prescient song. So I do listen to Pac. I listen to I haven't listened to his entire albums. I listened to his greatest hits. To be honest with you, I'm not gonna lie. I listened to his greatest hits. I know most, and I can tell that the breadth and depth of his songs. Suge put him in danger, all while making money off him and giving him trinkets. I think that's facts, sir. I think you're about right. You're on the right trail with that. Suge did not give a damn really about Pac. I don't think he gave him. He cared about him only so far as he could make money for him, and that was despicable. He didn't really care about Pac. And who knows? It's all alleged. Who knows what happened that night? Everything is still in the air. Everything is still alleged. We don't know what happened, but who knows what Suge Knight knows about what happened that night. And why was he just grazed? A bullet just grazed his head, I think. It's very similar to, recent events, but, that's something different. I just hate that he picked up that Red Flag. Well, yeah. Me Against the World is a great album. He has a lot of great albums. All Eyes on Me, excellent album. But Let me talk about Changes. Changes is a monumental song. It is a song of great import. It is a song of great understanding. Here is the Wikipedia entry all about it. The song, I'm quoting, the song makes references to the many wars in the Middle East, the war on drugs, the treatment of black and people by the police, racism, the reconciliation between the black and white people in America, the perpetuation of poverty and its accompanying vicious cycle value system in urban African American culture, and the difficulties of life in the ghetto. And they missed the part that he predicted his own death and that he was always consumed with that. 16 on Death Row is a good song. I gotta go back and listen to all that. Facts, as Star would say, for a slave chain and some Jordans. Exactly. Facts on that. Facts to you, T. Davis. For a slave chain and some goddamn Jordans. That's all it is. That's the people under you. That's the people that are over you. They'll say, yeah, man, I'll give you a BMX bike and, you know, and a watch. I'll give you a Rolex and a Beamer, or wherever the case, wherever level you are. You know, I'll give you a BMW. I'll give you a Benz and a tennis bracelet, or, you know, bracelets or something like that. It's goofy. It's a goofy way. So we have to be on guard for that. We have to be on guard. But this song, it like hits you. It just like the tone, the whole idea, it has a bounce to it though. You can kind of dance to it, but you have to realize the lyrics. The lyrics are deep, and the fact that he had so many things of this nature actually occur. It was written in 1992, following the first Gulf War. And that's when it was written. And he had all these ideas packed into it, and it was finally released in 1998, 6 years later, after his death. It was the first posthumous song ever to be nominated for a video by the MTV Video Music Awards. It was the first Grammy Award. The only posthumous song to be nominated in the category of Best Rap Solo Performance. I mean, it just resonates. I mean, he has so many things that he says on it. I mean, but he had that whole idea of himself anyway. He had a whole goddamn video about him being killed and going to heaven with "I Ain't Mad at You." So he has these, you know, Prophet Pac is what they usually call him when it comes to these different situations. Let me read your stuff. Let me see. I'm not a fan of rappers picking up them flags after they become famous. I never understood the flags. I love that song as well. Yeah. I never understood the flag. I don't understand Lil Wayne's flag, Chris Brown's flag, Snoop Dogg's flag. I don't understand. That's something that's odd to me. Nipsey Hussle's flag. Did he die over a flag? I don't know. Was it something else? Educate me. I'm stupid. Let me know, because I'm totally against gangs. I thought they squashed all that bullshit a long time ago. They had purple flags, you know, red plus blue, that makes purple. That means we're all good. I mean, Aaron Magruder is a genius, and he had the idea for nigger synthesis. And then I can't remember the other ones, but you know, when niggas like shoot each other up and kill each other, and it's like, it's over what? Over a flag? Over your flag flying? Like, it's ridiculous. Wasn't Pac the first rapper with a diamond album? I think that's true. Posthumously, it was either Biggie or 2Pac. I can't remember. It was, I think, I can look it up. We got the internet. We got the internet. First rapper with a diamond. Nope, it looks like it was MC Hammer. Certified Diamond, 1990. Pac, you know, got beat by MC Hammer. Too legit to quit. I thought the flag paid for protection. I mean, in a sense, I'm sure it does, but I don't know what the ramifications of that means. You know, what do you have to pay a bounty? Do you have to pay, a ransom? You have to pay, what do you have to do to keep that protection plan in place? Is a real blood, they say, according to WAC 100. Is that a question? I don't understand what you're saying, Wizard. Is a real blood, they say, according to WAC 100. Oh, you're saying Chris Brown? Is that what you're saying earlier? You're saying Chris Brown is a real blood? Well, hey, I mean that's just how goofy this whole Crip blood thing was. I think at the very beginning, Crips and Bloods actually had, some kind of thing like ties to the Black Panthers, and even though the Black Panthers were corrupt in a lot of ways, in almost every way, if not all ways, that took on a hit of its own. Hammer Pop, yeah. Well, who isn't Pop? Who? Name me somebody who isn't Pop. Yes, Chris. Okay. Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Yeah. So. Yeah, T. Davis. Yeah, I don't know. You must. I think you have to pay for the protection. I think you can wear the flag, but you have to pay for wearing the flag. If you're like Chris Brown, if you're like so many others, maybe even Trey. I don't even. Is Trey Songz a blood? I don't even remember. So many people claim the flag. Like Snoop is a true Crip. Like he's an absolute Crip, thorough to the bone. Flesh of my flesh, blood of my blood kind of Crip. I guess it'd be crud of my crud. I mean, that's a stupid thing too. They take the B's out of everything and make them C's. Like seriously, like nigga, like just silly shit like that. That's just goofy. But yeah. So changes. It was even remarked 4 years ago during the George Floyd situation, allegedly. He's not an official, but I would imagine this was true. Iran's former president, Ahmadinejad, he said, he quoted 2Pac. He from Changes. It was kill a nigga, pull a trigger, and police what was it? Hold on, let me make sure I get this right. Let me get the lyrics right. It's loading. They started out protecting their neighborhoods from police brutality, Bloods and Crips. Thank you. That's what I was talking about. I was trying to remember the documentary I saw that was in. They were trying to protect various people, and then it is either something precipitated it where it was like regular street gangs, like the Gangster's Disciples and the Black Cards and the Sharks and stuff like that. They had scuffles and fights. Somebody might have got knifed up, but then bleed out. Somebody got punched in the face. Somebody got their back kicked in, but it wasn't like heavy machinery. It wasn't like machine guns and AR-15s and shit like that. It was just wasn't that serious. But when I think I could be wrong, please correct me. Get on your comment. But let me know. But when the crack game came in, that's when everything flipped. That's when it started getting serious. When the money started flowing into the different areas and things like that started happening, that's when everything changed. All right, let me see. He said, pull the trigger, kill a nigga, he's a hero. That's what Ahmadinejad quoted. So that was like pandering. He's trying to get to the people that are unaware of Iran, the black populace that don't understand. Oh, here we go, the son of the sun, trying to have a truce, I guess. I don't know. What are those? I know what those are. I see the hearts, but I don't know what the other one. Now he's trying. Oh, he's trying to sweeten the deal or something like that. I don't know what he's trying to do. Pause on that. Diddy Pause on everything Son of the Sun is doing. He's trying to act right, I guess, from the last time he was on here. But make sure you tell 12 people, but don't tell 13 people about me. Let me know. Let them know. Rawls in here. Son of the Sun's in here. Wizards in here. We're almost having a party. Once we hit the 10 people and more, I'm trying to go up to 20 again. Then we can have a real party. I hate emoji. Yeah, I do hate emojis. That's true. Maybe that's the reason why. You're trying to do all these emojis and shit just to piss me off. But you're doing the love emojis, trying to curry favor or something like that. But yo, changes though. Changes is Shakespearean. I wake up in the morning and I ask myself, is life worth living or should I blaspheme myself? That's Hamlet. That's Shakespeare. To be or not to be, that is the question. That means to think or not to think. To wake up in the morning and think and actually go about my day as a rational human being, or subjugate myself to a lower savage in the world. That's what that means. Oh, it's shrimp. Oh, okay. I'm about to make some shrimp. Forget it. I was going to go the whole day without making any meals, but I'm about to have me some shrimp. Sky got a shrimp. Okay. Did Keefe's greasy fingers pull the trigger? That's a good question. And that's, may never be solved. But I'm glad that somebody was on the hook. When somebody was on the hook, I was like, whoa, Keefe D, oh shit. And he's not a bright man. He's not one of the smartest ones. He's not quick up here. I'm not that quick up here, but I'm surviving. It doesn't look like he's surviving well. Never forget, 2Pac was the first to go diamond. No, Son of the Sun. I don't know. First of all, he wasn't the first rapper to go diamond. The first artist to go diamond was, I think, the Beatles. I think. I'm looking for it right now. I'm trying to find it. No rapper. Plot twist, Diddy pulled the trigger. Holy shit. The Eagles. It looks like the Eagles. One of the first albums to be certified platinum, but they didn't have diamond. Let me see. Diamond albums. But the first rapper to go diamond was MC Hammer. I'm still looking for it, so give me some time. I'm using my research right now. It's not telling me. I can't find it. It's not showing it. Doesn't show the first one. But here's an interesting thing. Eminem is the only rapper besides 2Pac to have 2 certified diamond albums. So that's facts. The white boy got him. Pac was a star worldwide, and life ended over senseless ninja behavior. Yes, T. Davis is speaking facts. Exactly. Sadly. But I want to say, I want to go to this point, not just to be mystical, but he predicted it would happen like that. So who knows what really went on in that BMW? Who knows what went on in the car that drove up beside them? He gonna say MC who? Oh my God! Do your Googlings, do your Bings, do your DuckDuckGos, do your Yahoos, do what you gotta do, son of the son. I'm not gonna waste my breath talking about who you should already know. He's one of the greatest hip hop artists of all time, greatest rappers. The main, like, I don't know. It's either gonna be if hip hop had a logo, it would either be LL Cool J or this man that I'm talking about. That I want the son of the son to look up. He's not a real MC. So what's a real MC? Give me stats and facts and proper terminology about what a real MC is. I'll wait. I'll wait. What is a real MC? What constitutes a real MC? And by the way, I never said he was an MC, even if it was. I said he was a rapper. Pac was ahead of his time, bigger than any East Coast musician, include Jay. Let's slow that down because Pac was more of he was like Chuck D. Chuck D, 2Pac are kind of like in the same framework. They didn't have those stirring metaphors and double and triple entendres and alliteration and different things like that. Literary kind of way of approaching hip hop and music. But they were very strong. They had the strong voices like Malcolm X and Martin Luther King. They had those sonorous voices that resonated and had a strong sound to them. So you basically erasing the whole history of hip hop by saying Hammer is the greatest. I never said he was the greatest either. I said he was the first rapper to ever achieve platinum plaque status. That's all I said. That's all I said. And now he was a rapper. And if you want to make that distinction, I mean, it's kind of like saying what's between who's rich and who's wealthy. We like to make those distinctions a lot, but it doesn't make sense. I agree, but his appeal could be carried into other professions. That's true. I do agree with that. I think even Jay-Z would admit to that. He came to get the money. He wasn't worried about so too many people lie on me and dying around me and trying to get me and everything. He was worried about, let me get this money. I'm trying to be a billionaire out here. I'm not worried about these silly battles. I'm in the air. I don't hear niggas corny raps. Like, that's Jay-Z. That's Hove. Artists like DMC, Curtis Blow, and so many others came from the beginning stages of hip-hop. Now you're speaking some kind of semblance of making sense, son of the son. Thank you for that. Appreciate it. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you for making that clear. I agree with you. DMC, they had their voices. He has a condition now, DMC, sadly, where his voice sounds like kind of like it's weakened. Kind of like RFK, but I think he has a different condition. But RFK Jr., I should say. Point and shoot. Okay, then we have, I'll super chat you $50 if you do a cartwheel. And if anybody feels so inclined to get point and shoot the F out of here, then we will be on some good terms. Because we have a troll. I'm not going to point him out. I'm just going to play on words. It's a pun. But, anybody with a wrench want to say something, want to do something, I'm not even going to entertain, this person. They want to just troll, and they can get their troll on. I don't want them to do it, but it's to their discretion. It's up to them. It's not up to me. I want them to be in here the whole time and completely troll and troll and troll and troll. So I feel like I'm in a mood. I was in a mood for Facebook. Facebook was this guy going there and was like, I'm like, you sound perplexed. I was like, what's the deal? And he was just like, queer. And I'm like, where did that come from? I didn't do anything even close to being a queer or something like that. It was goofy. He's a goof. And by the way, I don't have Super Chat. There's no Super Chat connected with my account. I haven't reached the goal yet. And you have to have, let me see, 3 million views. 3 million views. It's not. Let me kick it. Well, that's fine. Let that be. I appreciate you, Wizard. I appreciate you, Wizard, for trying. But what was I gonna say? You have to have 3 million views for shorts. You have to have at least 3,000 or 5,000 watch hours, and you have to have at least, I think, 3,000 or 5,000 subscribers. If I'm not mistaken, I could be mistaken. Yeah, see, point shoot. Yeah, he obviously has some kind of wall up or something like that. But we're gonna let him do his thing. Troll. This is. I'm a hater. I'm an objective hater. I can't just say, oh, you have to go away. I'm gonna press the button on you. I leave it up to the people. I leave it up to the people. The people like Wizard. He has a wrench. Apparently he can't use it. So there you go. See, there we go. There it is. Message deleted by Wizard. So okay, so there you go. You let me do my thing. You have no choice anyway. Okay, but your messages are getting deleted, apparently. So just stop. You don't have to troll. I don't mind you trolling, but you don't have to. You can be part of the conversation. We're having a good conversation. That's the thing. I'm not gonna press the button on you. I allow that to the people that are here. Thank you, Wizard. Do what you got to do. Do what you got to do. That's all I'm gonna say. Do what you got to do. Keep doing you. But we're having a conversation. We're having even the real son of the sun is a part of the conversation. Well, keep coming back. Keep coming back. Point and shoot. I said your name finally. I said your name. Are you happy now? You must troll. Okay, then troll. Continue to troll. Continue to troll. And I'll keep deleting it. Well, that's all it is. We could be having a healthy discussion right now about 2Pac and changes, which I really wanted to have. I wanted to break down how the fact that he had there's a war in the street and there's a war in the Middle East. And that is just how prescient. That's the word. You look it up. Prescient. 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 How he just was able to, say that, okay, I know what's going on now, but it's going to continue to go on. That's how deep it is. That's how deep it is in the streets. That's how deep it is in the Middle East. That's how harsh it is. Pac was also a troll back then, sneak dissing and baiting other rappers. True, facts. He was a troll. That's why I don't mind. That's why I don't mind when Point and Click says something. Because he'll just get it deleted anyway, but he can say whatever he wants. It's not going to be a big thing to me because all your posts go away. I have the customization to have the just the video. But I appreciate everything you guys are saying now. I think Pac is the greatest rapper, and that you can definitely hold that. I don't think so. I think the greatest rapper is Jay-Z. I really think that Hove is the greatest rapper. He's the Jordan of hip hop. 2Pac is like Wilt Chamberlain or something like that. I don't know. He had all these records, and he's known for the 100 point game. He's like Wilt Chamberlain to me. I don't know. So that's what my esteem of him is. 2Pac had that kind of understanding in my mind, my thoughts. So I got 4 likes and 4 people. Went up to 8. That's how much I saw. Went up to 8. Yes, we are trolling. Let the trolls troll. Let the trolls troll. Matter of fact, Wizard, don't even delete his words. Just let him troll. Horrible take, maybe in the 90s. I don't even know what that means. But okay. You only say that because he got that billion. No, no, no. I say it because he had storytelling. He had metaphors, double entendres, triple entendres. He could flow off of R&B beats. He had Mariah Carey, Maya, Mary J. Blige, his wife, Beyonce, amongst a whole list of others. And he had street songs. He had songs that appealed to other billionaires. He had songs that appealed to people that were on the street. He had songs, he just had the whole gamut. He had the whole package, just like Jordan. Jordan wasn't known for shooting three-pointers, but he had like 3 3-pointers in a row one game. He said, I don't know, I'm just that good. I don't know. He's not known for threes, but he had the inside game. He could dunk it. He could lay it up. He had assists. He had steals. He had defense in that regard. But yeah, keep on trolling. Keep trolling. Well, I'm not from New York. I'm from Delaware, goddammit. So that's the difference there. I'm from Delaware. So let that be known. But Changes. I want to talk about Changes for a little while. Changes was on a certified platinum diamond album released in 1998. And it just completely, it just has so much depth. It has so much range. It has so much breadth to it. Like I said, I mean, I can form a lump in my throat when I just listen to it because it's just so true. Everything he says is reality. What happened with Sonia Massey? Excuse me, Sonia Massey. The cop pull a trigger, kill a nigga, he a hero. I'm sure there's people out there that are having GoFundMe pages and Kickstarter pages for him or something like that. I'm sure it is. I'm sure of it. People say DMX better than Pop. This is goofy. This is weird. Because I don't know who to compare it to in the NBA. Maybe DMX was like Big O. Oscar Roberts. Excuse me. Jesus. Oscar Roberts. Delaware is Nowheresville. You guys are basically New York. Okay, well, we're not Nowheresville because our president still is president. He's a terrible president, but he's still from the United. He still represents the state of Delaware. So we're definitely on the map, and we have various artists and people and actors that have represented for Delaware. So keep on trolling. I don't mind it. Well, Wizard deleted that. Do what you gotta do, Wizard. You got the wrench. Do what you gotta do. Point shoots, eating peanut butter in his basement with the lights out and his booty cheeks hanging. Pause. No homo. No. Well, if you're a homo, that's cool. But no Diddy, I should say. No Diddy. I don't know. I thought you'd be. Are you doing something different? I don't know. He might have put on some kind of switch, some switch to extend his guns. Yeah. So this is an experiment. I want to talk about Changes. I think we talked a good game. We had some trolls in here, a troll in here. So it's weird. He got a picture of Diddy on his bathroom wall. Probably. No Diddy. But I want to thank everybody that came through. Thank you, Wizard. Thank you, T. Davis. Thank you, Point and Shoot, for your trolling. Who else came in here? Son of the Sun was on point today. I have to give him that credit. After all the bullshit emoticons and emojis. So I'll see you guys on the other side. I just wanted to test if this is a good time. Yeah, couldn't keep the Son of the Sun. Yeah, well, that's just what it is. We can't always go on it. You gone. Yeah. So I'm out here. Salute to you. I think I have at least 30, maybe 20 views. So I appreciate everybody that came through. Thank you very much. Take care.